Hello Libra, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead, my friends. How are you? Thank you so much for clicking here, Libra. I appreciate you. So we are here with a couple of Oracle decks. And with the Oracle decks, we are going to talk about the changes that are coming up in the week ahead. So on the 17th, we had a full moon eclipse, right? And the full moon eclipse brought a lot of changes. Some of them immediate for some of you. You might want to let me know in the comments if it was. Some of these changes are immediate and came right away, but not all of them will. Some of them will come over time. So we're here with a couple of Oracle decks. We are going to throw some oracles, then we're going to put some tarot on it. We're going to clarify the tarot, find out what's coming up for you in the week ahead, Libra. Tell me about Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Libra, as you know, if you've been here before, if you're the ride or die, that you know that, pardon me, that my readings are always for the week ahead. And whether you find it today, tomorrow, or next year, it's always going to be for the week ahead. Tell me about Libra. What's coming up for Libra, please? Tell me what's coming up for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Libra, we have nothing will come from this situation. I feel like you've been stuck. Look, when the full moons come, it's all about release. But when a full moon comes and it's got an eclipse attached to it, things change. Like things sometimes change in the moment, right? Sometimes we have a change of mind immediately, or something that bothered us doesn't bother us anymore. It says here, nothing will come of the situation. So I think for some of you that maybe you've changed your mind on something, but it also feels like there is something bigger coming in the week ahead. That I feel like there's a situation that it's almost like you've been pushing, creating resistance with something that you didn't want to change, or a thought process, possibly something you didn't want to let go of, or something you didn't want to change. And so I feel like nothing's going to come of this situation, that you must release it, I'm going to say. It says void of course moon. I'm not really sure what that means, not an astrologer, but I do say that there is a full moon here. So it feels like this needs to be released. One more card, please, for Libra. We have the answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. So you might be dealing with a Gemini. You don't have to be. But the answers you need are coming. But nothing will come of the situation. I feel like you must let go of something before you see the answers that are about to arrive. If you don't let go, I don't think you get the answers. You know what I mean? Like, it just feels like that sort of energy. Gemini is the energy of just saying it and letting everybody sort out their own bullshit, right? I'm just gonna say it. And so I feel like somebody is going to say something to you, or maybe you will say something to someone else. It does feel like, though, you must let go of something before you're going to be able to get the answers that you need. Bottom of the deck here, we have it's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. So we could be in a situation, possibly, Libra, where you are at a standstill with somebody. They're not saying sorry. You're not saying sorry. We stopped talking. Something happened. It feels like maybe somebody said something out of line, or something that was misconstrued or taken the wrong way. And I feel like nothing will come of this situation if we're just in a deadlock or a gridlock. You know, nothing will come of it. So I think it's time to release negative energy. Somebody needs to release something in order to let something else move forward here. And I think it's time to take a deep dive, to really look deeply and see if this is what you want to do, because that is a full moon in Scorpio, and Scorpio is about getting all the way under to the deep, deep feelings that they hide from everybody. So it does feel like somebody here is having a hard time bringing their feelings to the surface. All right, what else do we have for Libra, please? What else do we have for Libra? We have doubt. That's why you're not letting go of this, because you have doubt. It says, I release the need to know all the answers. Well, isn't this interesting? Look at this. Can't write it that way. Look at that. So I release the need to know all the answers, and the answers you need are coming. So it isn't until you release the need to know the answers, it isn't until you release it that it comes to you, that you get the answers that you need. So I feel like you do have yourself in a stuck situation here. That's what it feels like. You won't let go of something, a thought pattern, whatever it is. It feels like you don't want to let go of it. And until you do, and I think it's doubt that you have to let go of. That's what this says here, doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. So once you finally release the need to know all the answers arrive. That's exactly how manifestation works. Once you release the desire or the need to have it, that's when it arrives. We've got gratitude. I like it. Gratitude says, I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. Interesting. So I feel like you are going to be presented with some sort of an opportunity to see things differently, right? That looks like an eye, and it feels like it is, the third eye is opening slowly. That's what it feels like here. Gratitude, green is of the heart. That's the heart chakra. So I feel like we got two different kinds of green here, right? It does feel like somebody here, the heart chakra is about to open. You will get the answers you need, but only if you can release the need of it, We've got indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of my life. So whatever this is here, nothing will come of the situation. It's almost like you're holding on to something that's never going to happen, Libra. And I think in your deep, deep depths of your heart that you know it. And that's what this is. Time to release the negativity of it, right? Let's look at some tarot. Tell me about Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Libra, if you are interested in joining us in the membership area, it is open. If you are interested in up to $20 off a private read, I do have room over at Wizio. Please look in the pinned comment for both of those things. Tell me about Libra. Nothing will come from this situation. Tell me about Libra. What is stuck here? Tell me what is stuck. We've got the Page of Swords. That's what we're doing. We're stalking. We're not talking, right? Happens a lot. People watch each other, watch their movements, watch them on the internet, watch them in the grocery store. Not in a creepy way. You know what I mean? It looks like somebody here has a lesson to learn, because the Page of Swords is the student. So I feel like you are actually showing up here as the student, saying, I'm ready to learn if you're ready to teach me. I think that there's a realization. The Ace of Swords is being held in the air. And when it's in the air, to me, it's like, aha, I get it. And I feel like you're going to come to the situation next week. I feel like you are going to realize that there's just no way you can win this situation. It's in a deadlock or gridlock, or it's just not for you. And sometimes we try and force things that are not for us because we have doubt of what is for us. It says, I release the need to know all the answers. About what? We have the Eight of Wands. I release the need to know all the answers. I feel like you are stuck, I want to say. And this is why we have eclipses, right? It helps us get unstuck. So I don't feel that you'll be stuck for much longer, but I think that you really need to release your need to have answers. And when you release the need to have answers, they all come pouring in. I feel like they all come pouring in one after the other here. The answers you need are coming. Tell me about the full moon in Gemini. The answers you need are coming. Ah, I like it. Look, for some of you, this could be the business you wanted to start, or the job that you wanted, or that's the thing. It feels like it's something that's really valuable, very abundant, and I think you want it. So you have to release your need for it, and then it will arrive. I feel like it's heading toward you, but I feel like it's really based on whether you can let go of the need for it or not. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. So there is an opportunity to slip out of this swords-like energy of not wanting to change your mind, or not wanting to, you know, for you, Libra, sometimes it's like not wanting to release the balance. Sometimes things have to be this way or that way in order for us to be able to regain the balance again. And so I feel like you have gratitude that there is this opportunity, but you're not sure if you want to release your control over the ending, over the situation, in order to allow it to come in. Or maybe you didn't realize that you had to. I feel like it's your intuition that is blocked right now. Your third eye might be blocked. We do have the King of Wands. So when I feel like when the answers do come, that's when you'll feel inspired to be grateful, to be more grateful for the situation that you're in, even if you are feeling a little bit stuck. I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities it presents. I feel like this life has been pretty decent to you, I want to say. This King of Wands here is somebody who sits on the throne. But, you know, the King of Wands is sitting on the throne because of having gone through hardships. But I feel like you made it to the throne regardless. So I want to say that you're doing well probably in your life right now, but it took it took some hard lessons to get here. It's like somebody here is going to the school of hard knocks here. It feels like it takes you a long time possibly to make decisions. But you know, this Pisces moon that had the eclipse, it was actually affecting most of the mutable and cardinal signs, and you're a cardinal sign, right? So I feel like it's like at the end of the week sometime that you will slip into this attitude of gratitude here and realize that that you have, it feels like you've been given the blessings of sitting on the throne. But I feel like you're looking back at how that arrived. It was really hard. It was really super hard, but I feel like you're feeling inspired by the end of the week and full of gratitude for where you are. There's something that you're seeing that you didn't see before. Tell me about the Page of Swords. Nothing will come of this situation. I think you're about to learn that there is a situation that you need to leave alone. You need to let it go. We do have the Empress here. We have the Nine of Wands in the reverse, and we have the Hierophant. I feel like somebody here needs to let go of the Empress, needs to let go of the hope and the wish that they're going to be with the Empress. I really do feel that somebody is, I mean, you could be the Empress because that's Libra and Taurus, right? You could be the Empress, and I feel like you are somebody who needs to let go of hoping that there ever is going to be a commitment with somebody who's not in your life right now. And so I feel like you need to learn, right? Because a student is here. The student is always ready to learn something new. I think that you need to learn how to be the Empress, whether you're feminine or masculine. The Empress is feminine leaning energy, but also has masculine energy. So it can be feminine or masculine. But the Empress is someone who is Venusian, right? All love. Also is somebody, and you're ruled by Venus, right? And somebody who is very balanced and living in a life of justice, right? Where things are showing up as they want them to, but they're accepting those things that they cannot change. And that's really what justice is. It's like if you can't see the justice, you cannot have the justice. Sometimes it takes releasing a need to know all the answers before you can get your justice. So it does feel like somebody here is learning that I must become the Empress, so stable and fluid in my abilities, knowing that I don't need anyone or anything in order to move forward. The Nine of Wands in the reverse is somebody who's coming out from behind the fear wall and not feeling as exhausted as they were before, but feeling as though I can come up from behind the fear wall and I can move forward now. We do have the Hierophant energy. The Hierophant to me is a lesson learned, but also when the student is ready, the teacher appears for me. So I feel like they always show up to me in the same readings a lot of the time. And it does feel like you are learning a lesson here, a lesson of the higher self. There is something here that I feel that you decided that you were never going to budge on. And I feel like the higher self chimes in and says, look, it's time to learn this lesson. You need to come out from behind the fear wall, and you need to nurture the self, take care of you, and make sure that you have everything that you need and not worry about this thing that you think that you needed that you don't have. So we do have doubt. And so I feel like there always has been doubt that you would have whatever it was that was in the past. But I feel like you really need to release knowing all of the answers and let the universe take care of it. And I feel like that's when everything comes pouring in here. You start getting the answers you need. The Ace of Pentacles is here. The answers are coming. When you finally decide to release control of controlling the outcome, it's time for things to be released and time for you to move forward. I like it. The Knight of Wands is here. So now we can head forward here. The Moon energy. What else do we have? We have the Queen of Wands, who is also the go-getter, right? So we do have, look at this, 8. 1 in the hand of the Knight is 9. 1 in the hand of the Queen is 10. You are dropping some sort of really heavy burden that you've been carrying around in the dark, hoping that things would turn out different than they really were. And the moon energy is things are not as they seem. So maybe you thought that whatever was back there was for you, but I don't think that it was. I feel like you couldn't see it. And so the Knight of Wands is telling me that things are now starting to move forward really quickly. But it's after you give up the doubt that the universe has left you for dead. The universe has always got your back. The universe has not left you for dead, but the job of the universe or your source or your God or whoever you follow is to teach you lessons so you can keep moving. And in order to be able to get the answers, you need to release the need of having the answers. So I feel like with the Queen of Wands here that it does feel like with the Queen of Wands energy that you do become an independent thinker. You decide that I'm going to just move on my own. I'm just going to move forward. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to find my own path. Even if I have to go through the darkness, I'm going to find my own path. I think you do though, because the Knight of Wands shows up and that's like sort of aggressive, moving quickly, running at what I want sort of energy. And I feel like the Eight of Wands is telling me that energy is moving, is flowing now, because you've decided to release negativity and release the need to know how it's going to turn out. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles, and the answers you need are coming. We have the Fool. I like it. It's like you release a block here. When you realize that you can't make it arrive by needing it, because you will treat it different if you need it than if you want it. Once you realize that, I feel like a door opens here. We do have the Wheel of Fortune. What? The Fool and the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Pentacles? Look, you are unlocking something huge next week. You are unlocking the next level, and that's what it feels like here. We do have the Three of Swords. So you're releasing negativity, right? You're releasing heartbreak, disappointment. You're releasing the disappointment. Because you know what? Sometimes we are disappointed that we can't have what we want. But when you finally release the disappointment, that's what lets the Wheel of Fortune move. I feel like it's like a sword was stuck in the wheel and it couldn't move. When you decide to release the sword and go with the flow, which means I've got to feel the disappointment. I've got to realize I'm disappointed or heartbroken. It feels like the Wheel of Fortune then moves forward and starts opening doors for you. So the Wheel of Fortune, of course, is fixed energy, and the fixed signs take a super long time to make their decisions. I feel like you were stuck in that energy. And the Wheel of Fortune is Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. That's Jupiter, right? So Sagittarius as well, ruled by Jupiter. And we have the Fool, which is Aries. Look, you've unlocked some sort of level here. When you no longer need the answers, everything turns in your favor. The answers come, like everything comes rushing in. You've got new opportunities that are showing up, valuable things, abundant things. You now take a leap of faith into something brand new. The Ace of Pentacles is here. The Wheel of Fortune is turning. So things are turning in divine timing in a very fortunate way for you. And the Three of Swords is, it's all going to be because you decided to release the heartbreak or the disappointment about something that wasn't for you anyway. It feels like you now finally are getting your information that you wanted to come in. The answers are arriving. All right. Gratitude. Thankful for this life. I'm telling you, once this Ace of Pentacles shows up with the Fool and the Wheel of Fortune, you're like, what? Yeah. And all of a sudden you're like really super happy that you decided to let go of what wasn't for you. It's a lesson learned. That's exactly how it goes, y'all. The lesson is learned. Tell me about the King of Wands. And now you're feeling inspired to look back and say, how much time did I waste being stuck on the thing that wasn't for me when I could have just released the negativity and moved on? And so I feel like the King of Wands now is feeling inspired to move forward. I feel like you are inspired to move forward. We have the Six of Pentacles, we have the Three of Pentacles, and we have the Star. And so I feel like you've unlocked a level of vulnerability is what I want to say, because you cannot have gratitude without being vulnerable. You just cannot. The two don't go together. And the Three of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles is the Nine of Pentacles. I love that. It's confidence, standing firm, standing your ground, and being very confident in the way that you are now hoping for things. And you've decided that you're no longer controlling the ending. You're no longer in control of it. You've realized that you've got to give it over you've got to give it over to the star energy, right? Which is that what I've got to do is keep my emotions stable with my earth energy, moving slowly, and just have hope. Connect to the universe and be the star. Connect to the universe, and in gratitude, all things will be added to you. The Three of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles is 9, and I feel like confidence comes. Confidence in your friendships. Confidence in maybe you're going to start volunteerism or giving reciprocity to people in your life. It feels like now you feel inspired to do all of these things. You feel inspired to become balanced and to be hopeful. You become inspired to be confident, so you can share your confidence with other people, to be more giving to friends and family that are around you. The Three of Pentacles is about teamwork, right? Being on someone else's team. You can't root for someone else or be on someone else's team if you're not vulnerable. And so I think that that's what it's all about. I feel like you were stuck in this vulnerability, in a lot of indecision, but when you release the negativity, all of a sudden you have the inspiration to move forward. We've got the Nine of Swords, we've got the Three of Wands, and we have the Ace of Cups. I feel like now you're in a place where I feel like once you relieve the anxiety and the worry, that you are now sort of waiting for love to show up. And I feel like love is showing up, but it feels like I feel like you feel that there's a competition until you get to the Magician energy, which tells me that you've now realized that you've got all the tools. But I think that for so long you fought against yourself. Look, the King of Swords is here. You've got clarity of mind as well. Ace of Cups. Love is showing up for you here. I feel like you're worried that it won't, but look, somebody's waiting for the Ace of Cups. It's going to show up for you. And now that you've got things moving again, the flow is going, I feel like your third eye is opening, and you've decided that what isn't for you, you can leave back there, and what is coming up is beautiful. I feel like whatever you hope for is whatever you're going to be inspired to receive. I feel like it's with the Magician here, we see that you are manifesting, right, in the future. I'll leave that here. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I appreciate you, Libra, and I'm gonna go, but I'll be back because I'm always back. You guys take care. Have a beautiful week. Bye-bye.